Good Wednesday evening, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It's 8 o'clock. Time for our nightly complete look at the Atlantic Basin and the tropical weather update, and we'll go over all of it. We've got newly formed Tropical Storm Humberto out in the Atlantic. We'll take a look at that. There's another spot that could develop less than 400 or 500 miles away from Humberto over the weekend. So we may have two storms close to each other. Got a lot to look at. We've also got a cold front pushing through Houston right now. There's some thunderstorms right now over the Baytown area. We'll take a look at the radar locally here as well. Let's do the tropics first. So the forecast again was for 16 storms. We're at 8 now, with Humberto being born today. Forecasting 8 hurricanes so far. We've had 8 storms. We're halfway to 16. We've had 2 hurricanes and we've had 2 majors. So we're almost to the number of major hurricanes forecast. We've got a ways to go to get to the number of named storms forecast to be 16. That, if we were to get to 16, would take us all the way to Pablo on the list. Right now we're halfway there. Humberto being born this evening as a minimal tropical storm in the open Atlantic. Other than Humberto, Erin Cat 5, Gabrielle Cat 4, those are the 2 majors that we have had so far this season. Both were fish storms in the Atlantic. The center did not cross land. In fact, what's left of Gabrielle now racing over toward Europe. Tell you what, Portugal may have a pretty good blow from that. We'll take a look at that forecast in just a second. Here's the big picture, the Atlantic Basin. Nothing in the Gulf, nothing in the Carib. This wave is part of what may form and head toward the East Coast, so we don't think that's going to be moving west into the Caribbean. So for the moment, Houston and everyone on the Gulf Coast, we watch from a safe distance as the tropics get busy here in the busy part of the season. This is newly formed Humberto, tropical storm. That is Hurricane Gabrielle racing east and in the process of slowly losing its tropical characteristics. There is another wave on the board here. That one not showing signs of development, not expected to develop as well. Quickly, I'll give you an update on Gabrielle. There it is, still 100-mile-an-hour sustained winds. You can see it still has a tight core of winds rotating counterclockwise around the center, racing to the east at almost 30 miles an hour. Pressure 970 millibars. So that, when you get a storm up here in the North Atlantic, cooler waters racing east, it will in the next 48 hours transition from tropical to a non-tropical low as it loses its surface-based characteristics. The forecast on Gabrielle is interesting to look at. Here we are now, still a low, a vigorous low. So this is going to bring a whole lot of wind and rain, not only to Portugal and Spain, but to North Africa, and even the western part of the Mediterranean may see some pretty good wind and rain there as we head into the end of the weekend. That'll be Sunday when they get hit. If you are a European soccer fan like I am, sometimes you're up early Saturday morning and Sunday morning to watch some of the games over here. They may be impacted if you've got Spanish League that you're watching. You can actually watch the weather that we forecast here. Okay, and here's the big picture as far as the tropical outlook. This is Humberto, who's just newly formed, moving to the north and west. And the X right here, that is the system that we think has a good chance, an 80% chance of developing once it gets into the Bahamas or off the east coast of the Carolinas and Florida. You can see that it is not expected to threaten the Gulf or the Caribbean. Just because I put the box in here, that's not where it's expected to form. It's the hashed area where we expect to see formation. And we can look at the forecast for Humberto. This one is forecast to get to Cat 2 as we head through the weekend into early next week. But it looks like another fish storm, as it is forecast to then round the bend around Bermuda, stay off the east coast, and head in Gabrielle's footsteps, trotting off across the North Atlantic. So we'll keep an eye on it. But again, that one appears to not be a threat to the United States. And then here we go into the weekend. So this is Humberto. We just showed you that, moving northwest, developing. This is that other system. It will be interacting with the island of Hispaniola over the weekend, so it's going to struggle to really get its act together. However, as we head into Sunday and then Monday and Tuesday, modeling suggests that we could have a developing low of some strength here. Whether it's a depression or a tropical storm remains to be seen. Well, 400 or 500 miles away, you've got Humberto being a Cat 2 hurricane. Will that computer solution actually become reality? There's some question marks there, especially if Humberto does become Cat 2. It would be difficult to get another system forming that close to it, but modeling suggesting that may be the outcome. The Euro and the GFS both suggesting that, so maybe we're going to get that. Now then the question becomes, will they get close enough to each other to interact with each other? The Fujiwara effect, where you would have the parent storm rotating counterclockwise here in Humberto, and then that could get this storm caught up in the orbit of Humberto's rotation, and the two can, if sometimes this does happen, and they'll interact with each other and create a very complex storm path. It's interesting to watch. I think with this, it's unlikely to happen. I think they're just a little too far away from each other, and we'll push the modeling as far as it'll go. Now, when you start getting out this far, 8, 9, 10 days out, that's la land in the modeling. That's where things there's a whole lot of uncertainty, but this is what it shows. So take this with a grain of salt. And yeah, they really don't interact with each other. And in fact, the latest run has Humberto weakening and the ice storm strengthening back behind it. We'll see. That's way out there. It's very difficult for computer models that far out, the algorithms, to get an accurate solution. Talking about 10 days out. What it does continue to show, though, is nothing in the Caribbean, nothing in the Gulf. So again, we get to watch from the stadium seats and not get impacted. Now, closer to home, that is the cold front that is very slowly pushing into Houston and Southeast Texas tonight. It's going to take all night to move another 20 miles south. So everybody along and ahead of that front can see rain and thunder pop up really at any time. And we've had a big thunderstorm pop up in downtown a little bit ago. Now that's moved east. So hello, Baytown, Shore Acres. You guys on the northwest side of Galveston Bay, that's your lightning and thunderstorm. Shore Acres neighborhood getting heavy rain and thunder. It's not severe, but you could see a gust of wind of 40 or so. And you can see more development now pushing down the Gulf Freeway toward League City. So NASA, Clear Lake, League City area, rain and thunder pushing toward your neighborhoods on the west side of the bay. Scattered showers now pushing into Pearland, Friendswood, down 288 Magnolia Parkway area is Fondren, getting some rain and thunder here. So that's not severe, but this is the front slowly pushing through, lifting the warm, humid atmosphere ahead of it as we go. And I think this chance for rain and thunder will actually last overnight south of I-10 to the coast into the morning. I've got a 30% chance for rain and thunder in the morning, basically south of I-10 to the coast. Could be very stormy in Galveston in the morning. Again, we're on the air, Jen and Cheetah, 5 to 7 on television, 7 to 9 on Plus, live for 4 hours straight, so we'll get you through it. Then we dry out, high temp 88 Thursday afternoon, and it will be Thursday afternoon overnight into Friday morning that you feel the lower humidity. That will feel so good. Lows in the mid-60s for the immediate Houston area. Mid-60s immediate Houston area, lower 60s, north side is going to be delightful. And the nice thing about this is, so this isn't a big punch of cold air. This is a weak, early fall, first fall front. Not going to do a whole lot to change the weather pattern significantly, but it will change it enough to be noticeable, called a spoonful of fall. And what there is of this lasts through the weekend and well into next week with comfortable mornings and evenings and warm afternoons with low humidity. That is where we stand this evening. Next live broadcast at 10 o'clock. We'll check the radar, see where those storms are, see how far south that front has pushed on our next live broadcast. That's on the TV side of KHO 11 News at 10. Len, Mia, Jason, and myself will see you then.